Good morning, YouTube. This is Evan. Early morning Sunday. It is around 8:30 in the morning. I was up early, probably around 5 a.m. I was going to pick up my 1988 Porsche 944 Turbo from a shop up in Rockaway. They came as a recommendation to me from a customer of mine, and the shop is PowerTech. I'd never heard of them until this customer said, hey, if you're doing anything Porsche, you got to go to PowerTech. That's the place to go to. So a couple months back, I had changed out my steering wheel to a Momo Prototipo. It was just a smaller diameter steering wheel, 350 millimeters, as opposed to the stock one being 380 millimeters. The reason I did that was because of my missing leg. It became a little bit difficult to drive the car with the stock steering wheel. It kept hitting my socket, which is very frustrating, which is the top part of my prosthetic, and it was getting stuck. So I swapped out the wheel. My car came with airbags. They were an option in 1988, and I opted out of them with the new steering wheel. So electrical work is not my forte. Maybe if I got with a buddy of mine and we spent maybe 8 hours or so, maybe a couple days, we could have figured it out. It definitely needed a resistor, that we knew. And then we also had to clear the fault codes, and I was able to find something on the internet through Clark's Garage about clearing those fault codes and getting into the DME and resetting it, and it just wasn't something that I wanted to tackle personally. So I took it to PowerTech, and I let them know what was going on, and they said, yeah, leave it with us for like a day or so, and we'll figure it out. I also brought them the instructions on what I found on Clark's Garage, and I'm outside the shop, and I happen to see another 944 Turbo, and I got this car for super cheap. It was totaled, it was in an accident, it was just kind of badly damaged, and the front bumper was like all hanging low. It was all messed up. The fenders were all over the place, and I'm looking at this Turbo outside their shop, and I just kind of went back and I said, hey, I've been wanting to do the bumper on this and fix it up. I'm waiting for an estimate from a shop up north as well. Can you reset my bumper? Can you line it up with the fenders as well? And he said, let me take a look at it. I'll see what I can do. So I left the car there for a few days, and really I just wanted to go over kind of what it costs. What does it cost to keep one of these things on the road? If you're gonna daily drive it, if you're just gonna use it as a weekend toy, if you're gonna house it for the winter, how much are you spending? So the initial cost of this vehicle, right, was $5,700. I know, I got it for a bargain. I think that's pretty good for the miles that it had on it. It had around 81,000 miles, $5,700. I will take that. It is a salvage title. Especially when these cars with clean titles and low miles are going for, I've seen them between 18,000, 19,000, up to 25, 30, 40. The prices are just all over the place on these. So I'm happy with what I spent on this. I think I'm definitely getting my my money's worth on it. So right off the bat, what else did I do? Well, I put in new headlights, and I put in LED headlights, found them on Amazon. They were $61. All right, I did that myself, so that was easy. The steering wheel that I changed, that cost the Momo Prototipo, right? So that cost $423. And I needed to get an additional hub adapter so that I could fit that wheel, and that hub adapter was $105. The wheels, I had the wheels powder coated by Crimson Wheel Repair in Edison, and that came out to $600. I put new tires on it. When I did the wheels, I put on Ultra Blade R's by Toyo. Great track tire, and that cost $680. Oil change when I got the car, 47 bucks for the oil, and then the filter that I got direct from Porsche, that was $24 for the filter. They are high quality filters, I will say that. Moving over to PowerTech, which I just had done. So I think that this was a great price for what PowerTech was doing for me. You may think it's a little high. You may think it's right on the money. You may think it's low. You know, what I took my car to them for, I think it was worth it. And also the additional, knowledge that they have, that they were able to pass to me and say, look, this is what you're gonna have to do. Take a look at this, go over this. They know that I'm hands-on and that I'm gonna do some of the work myself. With my buddy, Matt's Garage, shout out, Matt Giuliano. So they checked over the entire vehicle. They went over everything, all of it, and they didn't charge me for that, which is nice. Let's see, investigate codes after customer installed steering wheel. They installed the resistor and they deleted the faults. For everything there with the resistor and the labor and the diagnostic work, that was $269.10. My battery tie down was completely gone and the battery was just kind of flopping all over the place in the engine bay. That was something that I knew I needed. They just said, hey, look, we happen to have one here, we'll do this for you. Let's see, $14.71, and then the installation $16, so 30 bucks and 71 cents. Examine the bumper alignment, remove bumper cover to adjust bumper and repair components for realignment. There was a ton of hardware that was missing on the bumper. Again, I knew that. $410 for that. So the service amount was $709.81. The parts were not a lot of money in parts. All right, $28.21. So now here's where somebody in the comment section is going to say, see, if you did all the work yourself, you would have only spent $28.21. But after tax and everything, the balance that I spent was $756.83. I have no problem with that. I'm okay spending that by going to a, Porsche mechanic who specializes in these vehicles to say, hey, I'm gonna go over everything on your car to make sure that it's okay, and whatever we find, we're going to, we're gonna let you know if it's something that we know that, you wanna do yourself, or, aside from the work that we're gonna do today. So it's fine with me. I found it worth it. So kind of overall, where we're at, price-wise, is, right, so the work that was done to the car, right? So we have a grand total, everything that I've done and what PowerTech has done, of $2,696, all right? I'm saving a couple of cents here, right? 83 cents. So let's say $2,697, whatever. Plus the $5,700 that I spent on this vehicle. So far, we are at $8,396 in total for what this car has cost me, which I still don't think is bad. I still think I am below what these vehicles are going for. Like I said in the beginning, I see them really anywhere from 18,000 up to 50,000. It really just depends on the location, the grade of the car, the quality. So I think it's worth it. I'm having a great time in the car. Nothing chaotic or catastrophic has happened. I know what I have to look for, and that was the nice thing about going to PowerTech with this, is like, hey, look, they said your radiator brace needs some work, so I'm gonna have to get a new radiator brace. They said, you're not on metal yet on the pads and rotors, but take a look at them. I mean, that's all easy stuff. I know that my exhaust that Matt and I put in is slightly hitting the subframe. It's totally okay. Like, we're gonna work that out, and we're gonna try and, you know, bend it a little bit, not the subframe, but the exhaust a little bit. We're gonna try and adjust that. Yeah, I mean, I think that this car is giving me everything that I want at the moment, and I'm happy with that. So 10 out of 10 would recommend PowerTech. Thank you to my customer who recommended them to me. So I purchased this car back in July, and it's almost October now, right? We got 2 days left, a day left of September. All right, I'm going on 3 months with this car. And aside from the initial purchase price of it, it's only run me $2,696 to get this to where I want it to be. So, are these cars affordable? I would say so. I mean, I'm looking at a 36-year-old car right here, and it costs me nowhere near the amount of money that I put into my Subaru STI. That car, my original one, my 2016, that one, that ran me up a bill of, I don't know. That's why this one that you see here, that Subaru STI right there, that's staying stock. All right, that's not getting modified at all. Also, low miles, around 84,000 miles on it right now, that 2006 Hawkeye. But that, we could do another video on that. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it kind of gives you a little bit of insight of what it costs to keep a car like this on the road. And just let me know, you know, in the comments what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I gotta do it, right? Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. You know, smash the like button. Whatever you want. Just enjoy cars and get out there and drive. Be safe. See ya.